This PWR training workout is back and biceps. We're going to work the entire body. For a full 40-day workout, go to pwrtraining.com. All I'm using for this workout is a 40-pound training sandbag, a slam ball, and a dumbbell. The first exercise is 5 curls to 1 pull-up. Grab the sandbag or anything you have to pick up. It could be a dumbbell or a barbell. Curl it 5 times, lower it right in front of you, and do a strict pull-up, as strict as you can. Repeat this for as many cycles as you can within 1 minute. This is just the first of many exercises we're going to do throughout this workout. And remember, as with all PWR training workouts, we're going to work the entire body. This workout is back and bicep emphasis, but all of my workouts work your entire body, every workout, including ab work. Complete this cycle in 1 minute, no matter how many times you have to stop. The best way to complete this workout effectively is to keep moving at a steady pace. Pick up the pace whenever you can and slow down whenever you have to. At the end of every 1 minute is a 30-second break. And if you have a neighborhood dog that comes to visit, that makes the break go a lot faster. This next exercise is ground to overhead. Use any weight you want. I try to use about 30-35 pounds on this. Touch the ground each time you come down. When you come down, you lower the weight. Don't drop it down, you control it. And the same thing when you lift it overhead. Pull it up in one fluid motion. It's almost more of a snatch. It's not a clean and jerk. In other words, you don't bring it up to your shoulder and then press it. You take it straight from the ground all the way overhead. Switch hands at about 30 seconds, and in my case I think it's about 15 reps, 10 or 15 reps, somewhere around there. Try to get a full extension at the top. I kind of visualize like I'm trying to hand somebody something that's way up high or over my head. Once again, 1 minute with a 30-second break at the end. This is 5 rows to 1 pull-up. I'm grabbing the PWR training sandbag on the outside handles. Try to keep your head and your back as flat as possible so that you get more emphasis in your lats and your upper back. And once again, when you do the pull-up, try to make the pull-up as strict as possible. Do as many cycles of 5 rows and 1 pull-up as you can in a 1 minute time frame. You can switch your grip up any way you want on these pull-ups. Wide grip, narrow grip. You can even turn your palms out and do what they call a chin-up, as long as you're pulling yourself up as strict as possible. This movement here I haven't seen very often, but I really like it when I do it. I may have even invented it, I'm not sure. But I grab the slam ball, slam it to the ground, catching it on the first bounce, and then it's like a upward thrusting movement. You really are trying to strike the wall behind you. So slam and strike. And you'll be surprised how much more of a workout that gives you, because you're not just raising the ball over your head, you're literally coming up fast and trying to strike something behind you. On this movement, it's really important that you keep a steady pace on this, slamming the ball and catching on the first bounce, and then slamming it against the wall behind you. You're really going to like this movement. And like I said at the beginning, all of the PWR training workouts work the entire body. So even though this is back, I want to bring the legs into play here. This is a deep squat, dropping your hips at least as low as your knees. 5 squats, 1 strict pull-up from the hanging position. Bring your knees up as high as you can in your chest. Back to 5 squats, keeping your head and shoulders up, dropping your hips below your knees. 1 strict pull-up from the hanging position, knees all the way up. As many cycles of that as you can for 1 minute. One thing that I like to do is I like to kind of keep a rep count of how many cycles I get for each minute, so that I try to keep all of those same rep count cycles in each minute, so that I don't slow down on my second and my third set. Because remember, this entire workout is done for 3 cycles all the way through. Use any weight you want for this dumbbell row. Kettlebells work well for this. You can support your arm on a box or anything that's about knee level. Once again, trying to keep your back flat or quasi-flat and lead with your elbow. So what you want to do is lower the weight to the ground, and then as you pull up, it's almost like you have a string attached to your elbow and you're trying to pull the weight up straight behind you. Get as much flexion out of this as you can, because you're really trying to work the middle of your back on this one. Switch at about 30 seconds, which once again is anywhere for me between 12 and 16 reps. In almost every one of my PWR training workouts, I definitely like to work some abs and core. So this one is called a pullover toe touch. Drop the bag overhead. You can see I'm in a little tight spot here, so I gotta kind of split between the door there. Bag overhead and reach up and touch your toes. Now if you don't want to take your legs all the way to the ground each time, you can keep them straight up in the air. But it's really important to try to touch your toes either with your knuckles or your fingertips, because the real emphasis of this movement is the punch at the top, reaching for your toes. This is also done for 1 minute. At the end of this exercise, we're going to start the cycle all the way over. You can take as much break as you want at the end of this before you start the next cycle, but typically it's about 60 or 90 seconds before you start all over again. Have a great workout, and check out more workouts just like this at PWR Training YouTube channel.